Hey YouTube. Well, we got another week plagued with breakdowns here on the homestead, and this morning we are trying to fix one. We were wanting to get out here a little earlier, beat the heat. Unfortunately, it rained this morning, so we couldn't, because what we've got to do is outside. But the rain has cooled it down, so hopefully we have a couple hours before the heat sets in. Maybe we'll get lucky and get it fixed before that happens. But when we get up here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So yesterday I was driving my truck and the rear wheel's locked up on it. I'm pretty sure that it is the drum brakes. Something in there is locked up. We'll take it apart and check it out. Hopefully it's not anything in the differential. That really wouldn't be a problem because this is something that I really don't want to have to work on today. But tomorrow is trash day, and if you see my dumpster back there, the garbage truck basically drives right up there, dumps it, and then has to back up right where the white truck is at here to turn around. So I have to get this thing at least mobile today to be able to move it out of the way. So we'll see what is going on. So here's the problem. Right now I've got the back end jacked up, both sides are up off the ground, and I've got it in neutral. The other side, the wheel spins freely. This side will not spin. Now, I have a good feeling that's probably the brake drum has locked up, either the emergency brake or something inside the brake drum. So, I guess we'll see. I guess the reason I'm making this video today is not to show you how to repair a Chevy pickup truck, because I think everybody on this channel has realized I am not a mechanic. I think the point is, especially for the people who aren't homesteading but are thinking about it. And this kind of stuff happens even when you're not homesteading, but it happens more in a homestead because there's just so much more of stuff. I love living out in the country. I love trying to be more and more self-sufficient. But there's always work to be done. Always. And there's work to be done that you plan. Like I have a lot of things that I was planning on doing over the past 2 weeks. And there's work to be done that comes up, out of nowhere. Things break, things malfunction. And I don't know how many of you all are familiar with Franklin Covey, but he divides everything into 4 quadrants. Quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have things that are urgent and important. Now this is an urgent and important thing. It's urgent because the trash is going to be here tomorrow, or the trash man, so I have to have this done before then. It's important because I need my trash picked up, I need this truck running. There's many reasons it's important. Then you have things, that's quadrant 1. Quadrant 2 is urgent and unimportant. Now, that's the things that a neighbor comes over, or just to stop and chat. And you've really got things you need to get done. He doesn't realize it. He's just, wanting to talk for a little bit. It's urgent because he's here, right now. You have to do it. Unimportant because it's just a casual conversation. Phone calls fall into that category. A lot of things like that. Then you have quadrant 3. Quadrant 3, if I remember, I might have the numbers wrong. It might be 2, but the whatever quadrant is, this is the one you want to stay in the most. This is unurgent and important. So these are things that are very important, but they're not necessarily urgent. I just yesterday fixed some guttering around the house here on the barn, and it's important. I need to get the guttering up, but it wasn't urgent. If I'd have waited another 2 weeks, it wouldn't have been a problem. That's the quadrant you want to stay in. Those are the things where you're always looking out and you're always getting things done. That it's not that big of a deal if they don't get done today, but they are important to get done. Then there's quadrant 4. This is the worst quadrant. This is unurgent, and unimportant. This is where you end up sitting on the couch and zoning out and watching TV for hours upon hours. And then you look up and you don't even realize how much time has gone by. And this is where we get at typically when we're burnt out. And this is where we want to try to stay out of. Do you want to do one? Pretty cool, huh? So I got a little sidetracked there, and then I kind of remembered why I brought up Franklin Covey to begin with. Is on the homestead, the more pieces of equipment you have, the more tools you have, and the more things you have to do, the more likely you are to spend time in quadrant number 1, where things are important but not urgent. Because you're going to have more breakdowns. You're going to have more things that have to be done right then. You have a lot of things depending on you and relying on you. So, I guess I'm just saying that to say that, you know, a lot of YouTube channels, they will glorify it. They edit it to where it just looks like the perfect lifestyle. And don't get me wrong, I love it. And I wouldn't even call myself as much of a homesteader as some of the people that are on YouTube. You know, I'm still a long way. I've still got a long way to self-sufficiency. But I would just say that it is hard. And it's a choice that you make, and that you have to realize what comes with that. Now I know that some of you are thinking, well, if you didn't have a 30-year-old pickup truck, you probably wouldn't be having problems right now, and there's probably some truth to that. But even with new equipment, you have issues. You have things that have to be addressed. And I'm trying to live a debt-free lifestyle. And with that, you don't always have the nicest things. We don't have 30 to 50 grand to go out and buy a newer truck. And even if we did, I don't think it would be a good, I'd be being a good steward then. Well, bub.
You would buy a new truck.
Maybe someday, I will. I don't think it would be being a good steward because this is not a daily driver. I need a more fuel efficient vehicle for my day job. I don't think that would make much sense anyway. So I don't really know where that came from, but it just was on my mind. I've been to a couple Franklin Covey trainings. I do try to do my work and Home Life by Franklin Covey, so you got a little something extra today. So I had planned on recording more of this today, but about the time I got the brake drum off, a good heavy rain set in, and I had to set up a tent and finish the job underneath it, and I really just didn't want to have my camera equipment out during the rain. If you like this video, take the time to share the channel, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment if you'd like. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.